The DA's policies and principles are at the root of any successful democracy. We summarize centuries of political evolution in the phrase, the open opportunity society for all, where the state's role is to protect everybody's freedoms and to extend opportunities to all, so that they can use those opportunities to become the best they can be and create more opportunities for more people in a cycle of growth and opportunity. The reason why crime is out of control is because most criminals know they will get away with crime. The conviction rate is currently 11% on average for serious crimes. That is a travesty, and it shows that our criminal justice system is not working. The DA's policies are designed to ensure that every criminal knows that they will be tracked down, caught and appropriately punished if they commit a crime. And all our policies are designed to get the right people in the right place, implementing the right policies to achieve the right outcomes. That is how you manage a system. Enough policemen, well-trained, proper infrastructure and equipment, the correct forensic capabilities, detectives, and everything you need to make a criminal justice system work. It is a fallacious question to ask which one we focus on the most, because the very reason that you have separate portfolios in government is because they're all equally important. You can't prioritize one over the other. They're all equally important, have to run in parallel, have to be resourced in parallel, have to have good policies in parallel, and have to be managed well in parallel. And that is what the DA will do with all of them. They are dependent on each other. We've got good principles, we've got good policies. We employ the right people in the right positions. We have policies that lead to better outcomes for all of the people. Service delivery, honesty, lack of corruption in government, transparency, they all lead to good government. And currently the ANC preaches one thing, practices quite another thing. And if you have a presidential candidate with 783 charges of corruption against him, your talk of fighting corruption in government is hollow. And so are many of the ANC's other promises. The DA is the most non-racial party that South Africa has ever had. If you look at our leadership corps, we are the most non-racial leadership corps of any party in South Africa today. We have a black chairman, Joe Seremani. I happen to be a white female leader. We have people of color who are our deputy chairpersons and in key positions elsewhere in the party. Our leadership is the most non-racial. Our membership is the most non-racial. Research by Laurie Schlemmer, no less, shows that we are the most non-racial party South Africa has ever had. We would never have been able to win in Cape Town if that was true. The majority of coloured people support us, the majority of white people support us, and a growing number of black people support us. In the recent by-election in Kosovo, which is a 100% Xhosa-speaking Shak settlement, we got 25% of the vote. Just look at the results of by-elections and look at the results of elections and disaggregate them if you want to blow that false thesis out of the water. COPE is a good thing for South Africa. It divides the ANC, it breaks the ANC's monolith, and therefore it helps us to build democracy. But the DA is building the alternative, not COPE. When you look at COPE's policies, when you look at their practices, when you look at their statements, they are all new versions of the same thing. We always say that COPE is to the ANC as Coke Light is to Coke Zero. That's basically what it is. Well, we have won in previous elections. We won Cape Town. We won many local authorities across the Western Cape. We even won in places like Midvaal. So we can and do win elections. And we've got a medium-term plan for winning elections. The first stage is to win at local government level, which we have done. The second stage is to win at provincial level, which we will do. The next elections will be the local government elections again, and we will win towns and cities across the whole of South Africa. And then we will realign politics to the extent that we will stand a good chance of being the core of a new government in 2014. So that is why we say vote to win, because that is our plan. And we will win now, and we will win in the future, and we will win more and more. The media really doesn't bother me at all. I focus on the issues that are of concern to the country. The media like focusing on some of the trivialities, some of the hurly-burly of politics. That's fine. They give it far more attention and far more prominence than I ever would. But quite frankly, it's all part of the game. It's all part of what we get up to. And as long as I know that my principles and values are right and that I'm doing the right thing, well, that's what I'll do. Well, I don't dictate to other people. I believe in freedom, and I believe in freedom of choice. But I believe that they will see that they're making a major mistake, because we will turn South Africa into a successful democracy. I'm more optimistic now than I've ever been. And I think we have a real chance with the DA strategy of starting to win and to turn things around and get our values and principles of good governance, accountable governance, and opportunities for all established as the norm in South Africa. The future is in the hands of every single voter in South Africa. It is pointless blaming the government and not doing something about it. You have the power in your vote to make the change. Use it.